So we come into the workshop, it's a bit messy. Everything's going in and out of here at the moment. But 2 water tanks. Now, I'm not sure which one I'm going to use for my fresh and which one I'm going to use for my wastewater, but they're both 70 litres or 75 litre tanks. Slightly different shapes. This one's a bit shorter, but a bit thicker. It's like 230mm high by a foot. Well, that one's 200mm by a foot, but that one's 10 centimetres longer than this one. Now, when you get these, luckily mine have already got these like clean out, I don't know, lock hatch things. But you get like all your fixings and stuff with it, like your fill up points and stuff. So obviously this is stuff I'm gonna have to drill out the van. So I'm gonna have to measure these things in order to fit my water pipes in a little while. So luckily all these things come with it. So that's fitting them. I'll screw that back in. And also over here I've got universal fitting kits which come with each tank too. So I'm going to figure out what tank's going where, figure out what pipe work I'm going to be having in which place. Like I've got to have like my fill up point, so I've got to think whereabouts in the van I want to put that in the side to fill up the water, and then that's got to be able to route from that point to the tank itself. And then I've got to make sure I've got places for my water to come out, drain taps, everything. So I need to figure out what tank's going where, what fittings are going where on the tanks, and then after that I can start figuring out all the plumbing. So let's just do it. So as you can tell, I'm currently under the van. Now this tank is probably going to be my wastewater tank. And this one, I'm going to fit here, kind of into where these like rib supports are. Now on the opposite side, you can't see, but in here, let me just turn this camera on maybe. Up there is actually a hole. I think it's on this one anyway, in this top corner here, yeah. So I can have like an anchor point come down here, and then I need to go up to my screw or bolt into this. Same on that next one there. So I'll have the tank come to like here, have 2 straps going around it there and there. Also, with these fittings and stuff, now this is my drain tap. I figured out my drain tap's going to go in this corner, so I can still access it from the side of the van here. This is usually what you'd use for your inlet to fill up with water, but obviously this is going to be a waste tank, and obviously because my shower outlet's there for the drainage, this is going to go here, and then I think when this is up here I can then have a pipe come out, round, and then up connected to that, and I'll have to put another one of these on. I might buy a bigger one though, so I can fit a waste from my sink to this, because I think that this is going to be too small, which is annoying because I want to do it now. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So this here is the waste pipe from the sink. Now I've measured the internal diameter of this, and it's 32mm. So what I need to do, because this comes out of the sink and will go obviously down the cupboard, and I have to drill a hole through the floor, then drop that underneath the van, and then kind of go across that structural brace there, so it can go above the prop shaft and stuff, and then into where the tank's going to be going over there. So I've bought the pipe, I've bought a connector to go from the pipe into that 32mm connector. That was like £9 something. I bought the pipe, which is £22 for 5 meters, which is more than I need, but that's the smallest amount I could find. Does that make sense? That was enough. And then another straight connector code from the waste to the sink to the water pipe, which was £7. So I've bought all that. It's like 35 quid, 40 quid for all that stuff. And then I can fit that tank. So I'm gonna have to fit that tank now tomorrow. So let's get to the back of the van. I can still get the fittings in there actually, but let's get to the back of the van and eye up for the freshwater tank. So my drain tap is going to go here because this obviously like kind of funnels down, so it's like the lowest point, so it's going to go there. But I've had to leave enough to get the nut on the other side. And then this is obviously where the shower waste is going to go into, because it's 40mm. So that's going to go there for the shower pipe. And then I'm also going to have to put another waste in somewhere, probably like here or somewhere, I don't know, maybe in the side. And that's going to be for the tap waste, sink waste, which I'm going to have to wait for them bits to arrive tomorrow. So I now drilled these all out, and this one was well awkward because the jigsaw kept hitting this side, so I had to cut the last bit here by hand with a jigsaw blade. It was awkward, but I did it. So we'll get all these mounted and fitted tomorrow once I get the other bit, so I'll make sure I get them all in place where I want them. Right, now I know it might be hard to hear me right now because the wind is shit, but I've got a massive dilemma. I don't really know what to do right now because we go on holiday in less than 2 weeks. But this tank here was going to be the wastewater tank, which is going to go behind the driver's side seat on that side of the rear van. It's meant to go there. And this one's going to be my waste tank. And when I went online, I found this. It said it fits in between the sill and the petrol tank, which on these isn't a lot of room, but it says that's where it's fit. That's where it was meant to be located. That's where the tank goes. And looking at that shape of the van, it'd have to be like a special shaped tank, which I know you can get tanks specially designed for certain parts of the vans. It's just a square rectangular tank. And I did look at it and think, but then maybe it's just me and measurements. I've gone under and checked. There's no way in hell that fits. I've gone back online to the posts or the pictures of the tank, and I'm sure it's actually for a left-hand drive van, because the side step would be on the right-hand side of the van. So that would make sense for there to be more room. But they don't state that, so maybe I should just double check and look into it more, but they should definitely state that when they like label it as that. So I don't know what I'm going to do now about freshwater, wastewater. If not, I'd have to use this as my freshwater tank and then figure out a wastewater tank. I literally have no idea. But less than 2 weeks, and I'm stressed.
1 week later.
So it's now Sunday, the following weekend, for the clips I just shoot you of me drilling out the fittings in this water tank. Now the other tank didn't fit, so I contacted the company and the Campervan shop, and they were really good. Customer service actually was great. I think the woman might have even been on holiday because the number was from Australia or something. And did you just say something about holiday? Anyway, they sorted it out. They said, yep, the problem is actually ours. We've advertised it wrong on that tank, and obviously that's not your fault. So they sent a new waste tank, which I'll show you in a little while. And when they delivered that one, they collected the other one. So we go on holiday Friday. It's now Sunday. I've got more water tanks to do. I've got gas to connect. I've got electricity to do. Loads of little bits here and there to do. So if the weather's shit, it's been chucking it down rain. Literally just stopped. Fingers crossed the skies open up. Hopefully I can crack on. It's going to be hard for me today to get everything done and record. So what I'm going to do, instead of recording what I'm doing, I'm going to get some stuff done, because I really need to, unfortunately for you guys. But I'm going to really get some stuff done, and once I've fitted the tanks and done things, I'm going to show you what I've done, so then people can hopefully still use this as some sort of advice. Like, obviously do your own research, but you get to see my progress, and hopefully things I do can help other people, you know, because the whole reason for these videos. But I don't want to say I'm doing it right, but to help give you some sort of idea, or maybe something to kind of go from for yourself and your own builds. But I'm not saying anything I do is right. So I'm going to do my bits, show you what I'm doing, show you why I've done that, I suppose, and just do it that way for this video. I apologise, but I've got to get into it. Let's go. And just under the van, as you can see, I've got my 86mm hole through the other side on the outside of the van, and then I've got a 54 here and a 20. Now this is going to be for the breather pipe, and this is going to be for the water fill up. So I'll come through together from this hole, and then they actually split off. If I get the filler cap, you can see. So that'll be coming in on the outside of the van, like so. So that is the tank strap. And that's like part of like the chassis rails and stuff like that. I go across. And this is obviously like the sill of the van. Now what I've managed to do is I had to drill through underneath up, so I can get my finger through to get a nut and bolt to come through this way, and then I'll put the strap up and a washer and a nut on top, and then that then comes down that side. Obviously these are both the same, so I'm just going to show you the one. That then comes down round here, up here. Now I have to do the same thing here. You can kind of see it here though. I've had to drill a hole out there, put the nut and bolt through But then this bit down here, which is in what you put the strap on, so then you can tighten, and obviously that pulls the strap tight, and that bottle up there. So you can see they're both the same. But this has only taken me about 3 hours since, because it's probably the third thing I tried. I tried mounting it differently to how like the instructions where it didn't work. I tried mounting it on the kind of chassis rails that go from like the main chassis rail to the sill. But I could only mount it on one because of the width of the tank, so I had to go off the cross bit and then onto the main bit. Awkward, but we've done it. And the 3 hours though, that is including like fitting all the fittings into the tank too. So hopefully it'll be a lot quicker on the waste tank. There's only one way to find out. So this is my 40mm waste pipe, which is going to be going from my shower, which is basically there under the van, to the back to here. Now this is my new water tank. Now this is a 45 litre wastewater tank. This is a lot smaller. The other one was a 70 litre or 68 litre, I think, to match my, well, nearly match my freshwater tank. Now we've obviously just fitted that, and that's all in. So this, I'm now going to size up underneath, see where this goes, figure out where I want to be putting my waste in, drain out, blah de blah. And once I've done that, we can then get some straps again, hopefully make this one a little bit easier than the last one, and go from there. Fingers crossed. So tank number 2. So it's in between the rear axle and the spare wheel. Now I've put some of these straps mounted onto the brackets for the spare wheel because there was a hole there, so I've used that, and then also bolted them up here through the chassis rail bit. Obviously I'm going to cut these short and tidy these up, but this is originally I had them in like this hole, so I managed to put them tighter to that point, which I'm really happy with. I've also just put this bit because I had enough left over just to go round it, just to secure it round, and I'll also put a bit underneath here from this strap to that strap, just to stop these being able to pull out, because obviously it's quite close to the edge. And also the other reason why I put this one on, to stop it being able to slide out for any reason. So it should be secure, because obviously these can't move out any further than they already are. So this is proper secure. I put the breather pipe one on at the top, like you're supposed to. And then there's a couple of holes in the chassis rail. So I've just used them to be able to put the pipe through, because it's just a breather. So that can actually just sit there, or it will do for now. And then this is the waste from the sink, the 32mm from the sink, which goes through the floor there. And I'm just going to fill all that up with sealant to make sure that's all sealed and watertight. So the only thing I've got left to do is to wait until tomorrow when I have my 40mm elbow arrive, which I can drill at the other side. And luckily I don't have to take this off to be able to do that, because I've got the access bit to clean it out underneath. So I can get that done tomorrow, and then just connect up my waste pipes from my shower there to here. And that's my water tanks and wastage pipes done. And then all I've got to do is connect up all my plumbing for the water pump and stuff from the shower and the sink. We're getting there. Right, so let's pop out, met Mully, now back home. So now the water tanks are installed, other than the shower waste, which we can do tomorrow night, just literally in case you're drilling a hole, putting some Sikaflex onto the joint, getting that in, and then routing the pipe through and securing the pipes into place, as I've already done the sink waste. It's just that, so that literally take 15-20 minutes hopefully. We'll do that tomorrow. So next part of the plumbing is this. So I've got loads of little bits and bobs in here, like the speed fit push inserts, securing clips, expansion tank, all my little bag of fittings is all in here. Nope, not that one, this one maybe. That's just a bit of 12mm push fit pipe, and then I've got all my speed fit fittings in there, water filters, all sorts, and my 12mm John Guest water pipe. So let's figure out how to put this all together, where it's going, let's get into it. So, I just wanted to show you where we're at, because outside, as you can see, is night time. So, there's a water pipe there, and that goes up, and that connects to that tap. Now, I will just sort this out so it doesn't look so bad, but it should work fine anyway. So that's all connected, and what I've done here is I've got a block off on there for one of the feeds, and then the other one comes out, and it's actually a John Guest 12mm speed fit sort of pigtail. Does that make sense? So anyway, that goes there. Under, behind the cooker, drawer. Through the bottom there, just run along the copper pipe for the gas for the cooker at the moment. And then, if I come in here, you can see it comes out of the cupboard, runs along the bottom of the bed, round that corner, joins into like a Y piece there. I'm trying to zoom in, that's why the quality's gone there. And then obviously it goes over to the water pump and that over there. Now, I don't know how well you can see me, might be a bit weird, because I've got a light on, I've got the extension lead out and the light out. Now what I'm doing is, because it's a bit too dark and tight over there to carry on with doing the plumbing for the shower, so I'll get that done tomorrow. I thought I'd start putting in some lights. So as you can see, I've got one light in here so far, and this light here, and I'm just going to carry on and try to get all the lights in place. Just whatever I can do right now, I'm going to do. I'm probably going to be out till like 11 or 12 o'clock tonight, but I need a fan done. I've got 4 nights. Fudge! So, just wanted to show you where we got done. So here is the water tank, and this is the water outlet. So here we have a 15mm outlet, and then that goes into a 15 to 12 reducer. And obviously I've made sure I've got the clips on there to make sure this is all secure. That 12mm pipe then goes all the way along around different parts of the chassis, as you can see, down over the axle, and then just up there in that corner, I don't know how well you can see, maybe better this way, right up there in the distance, I can zoom in maybe, there is an elbow, and then that elbow goes up and through the chassis, through the floor, and then into the back to the water pump. So the last bit of the puzzle was this waste pipe from the shower. So it goes from the shower up there, as you can see, comes around. I've got a bracket on the chassis there, and then another one there, and then that comes through, and I'll be going on to here. Now the only thing is, I have Jubilee clips, but for some reason they're meant to be 44mm, but this pipe's 40mm, so this is probably about 46, 48. So I'm gonna have to get some like 50mm Jubilee clips or circlips, pipe clips for here, and another one for the shower. But that is all the plumbing done. And I might as well say it while I'm here, but also Sarah in the trailer is currently using the water pump pipes that I'll be using to go to the shower, and she's using the Mully, sorry, not Sarah. So when I take the water pipes off that trailer tomorrow on Thursday, because she's going out in it during the day to work and has some money for the holiday, I'll then take the pipes off that tomorrow and just connect them up to the rest of the water pipes that I've already done inside from the water pump to the shower. So that is all the plumbing for this bad boy done, I think. I just thought I'd show you, as you can see, that is the waste pipe, and I had this connection on, or a bracket here, but I decided to put this one on to go with this one, and I've had one here, so now it's out of there with the Jubilee clip up top, that comes down, so this is being held weight wise, and then there's not big gaps between it, so I'm just a lot happier with how much more secure that pipe is. So this clip is actually a few weeks later, actually it's a lot later from when I actually fit all these water pipes, but I've just on that work, and I just thought actually I haven't actually shown where I've put the water pump and everything inside the van, so I'm going to show you how I've done it and why I've done it that way. And yeah, I just thought I'd throw this in the end of the video just so it's in there, because I have forgot. So here we go. So as you can see, that John Guest pipe comes up through the floor from underneath our shoe before, goes into these 12mm fittings here. Now this is obviously like a speed fit here, I can't remember what this one is, maybe 15, and so it's a 12 to 15, and I think there's a 15 down to a 12mm barb push fit. So this bit here is rubber pipe, and obviously a barb fit here on the water filter. So that then goes through there, and then from the water filter that connects directly through this joint here to the Sureflow water pump, which is a 7 litres per minute water pump. And then from there, straight into the expansion tank. From the expansion tank is a barbed 90-degree fit. Then it's just a rubber pipe up here, back to the same connection I've got here, into a push fit, and then I can go straight back into speed fit. And I've just realised I don't actually have a Jubilee clip or nothing on this, but I had no problems when we enough tested this. And that just goes along into a split. One goes through to the shower, which is the bottom one, and the top one goes across to the sink. Now, one thing I'm going to add is, you see that tap there where I can turn it on and off, or shut off valve. I'm going to put one of them in both, just in case I need to isolate any of this system. So yeah, that is how it all sits.
and it all works. And obviously I connect this power cable in when I want it to go on, because when the water runs out, the water pump will just carry on because it's trying to build up pressure and suck water through. So I just left it like this so I can turn it on and off myself. Now that just took me about 10 attempts to record because the traffic keeps going past, but that's that. Now, here's the rig. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gives you some idea and some insight into what to do when you're doing your own water tanks on your own build. And yeah, we've used this fan. You're going to see that soon in not the next video, but I think the video after. So stay tuned, keep watching the videos. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Always comment, and you'll be seeing me in the next video.